Hey guys, what is up? It's Dusty here, and welcome back to another crypto video. We just got some breaking news on the lawsuit once more. Yes, 2 videos in one freaking night talking about breaking news on the Ripple XRP versus SEC lawsuit, but that is because we have the pretty interesting and big hearing happening tomorrow, talking about everything important right now. And again, let me remind you guys that this hearing from tomorrow can literally change the entire game. This hearing from tomorrow could literally result in a partial settlement. I'll talk to you guys exactly why within this video and give you guys exactly what information was just shared about an hour ago. So, SEC responds to Ripple's letter regarding SEC news improper use of foreign discovery requests. This is a response to the letter which we just covered like an hour ago or so. Actually, fun fact, I just recorded that video, just made it public, and now, boom, after making it public, actually like 5 minutes before making it public, I noticed there was more information. But since I've already done everything for the video, I was like, you know what, I'll just post it anyway and then make another video right after it. But it will take another like an hour and a half or so for me to actually post this one. Hopefully you've watched the video though. If you haven't, make sure you check it out. A link is not going to be down below, but just check it out on my channel. Now, let's, with the pre-knowledge that we just got from this article, look into the next one. First point, basically what it comes down to, I've read this whole thing already, is Ripple is lying. That's what they're saying, right? Because they don't have their facts right. That's what they come down to. They're saying, well, Ripple is here saying the SEC has issued 11 requests to 9 foreign regulators, covering approximately 20 entities and their affiliates, but they actually are seeking discovery from 30. In their new letter, they're saying, well, no, we're actually just discovering this for 20 plus 9 affiliates of one entity. I'm just going to quickly say here, I don't really know exactly what this comes down to because I don't have all the information. The SEC is just defending their claim from earlier. SEC accurately explained in its first submission that the SEC sought information from 20 parties and their affiliates. That is exactly the number of non-party entities at issue in the requests, 20 plus 9 affiliates of one entity. Then second, and I've read this one 2, 3, 4 times and I still don't get exactly what they're trying to say, but that's maybe also because it's about the MOUs and just there's some legal terms here which I'm not too familiar with, so stick with me here as it's not too simple to understand. Second, despite their hypothetical burden arguments, defendant's submission, which includes the substance of the SEC's requests, shows that their requests seek the same documents that the SEC's Rule 45 subpoenas seek from U.S. entities. Subpoenas that defendants have had notice of for 3 months without raising any objection. Indeed, Ripple already has conceded that a party has no standing to object to a discovery request on behalf of an unaffiliated non-party, which is basically what they said in their point number 2, that's just not possible. E.g., DE, whatever, noting SEC lacks standing to seek relief as to third-party subpoena. Furthermore, the requests seeks evidence critical to review defenses Ripple has raised, so they have requested this information because it is relevant. These include, for example, Ripple's defense that XRP's price is not determined by Ripple's activities, a defense to which intraday trading prices of XRP on foreign platforms, which Ripple used and which, according to Ripple, are the only repositories of this pricing information, is indisputably relevant. Indeed, despite their many objections, defendants do not challenge the relevance of any of the requested information. Ripple has not, again, this is just my interpretation, Ripple has never stated that those things are not relevant. They're just saying you can't use them, you can't have them. And to the extent any foreign entity wishes to object that the requests seek information that is burdensome or otherwise improper, they may do so under the laws of their own jurisdiction. The provisions of the MOU are not intended to create legally binding obligations or supersede domestic laws. So if they were to, basically Ripple said the request the SEC is putting up might be too burdensome for some of these regulators, but they can't say no. And the SEC is now saying they can't say no because we have to follow their laws. Once more, guys, I'm not a lawyer. I'm just trying to, look through this and explain to you guys what I think about it. But I'm not perfect, right? I make mistakes, and in this case here, I could be wrong about this stuff. I'm just trying to interpret this and give it back to you. Third, with respect to the privilege, by the way, make sure you press the like button if you are enjoying these daily crypto updates. I try my best, all right? Middle of the freaking night, make sure you press that freaking like button. Third, with respect to the privileged nature of regulators' responses to the SEC has repeatedly told defendants, including at the party's April 14 meet and confer, that it was still in the process of gathering all of the foreign regulators' stances as to the protected status of their communications before producing any of these documents. In any event, defendants' contention that they had no time to consult the SEC before referring to privileged information in public findings cannot be squared with the fact that the parties met and conferred for over 90 minutes the very morning the defendants filed the exhibits. So, again, another example of I cannot really comment because I don't know what happened in that meet and confer, which is basically when Ripple and the SEC come together to talk about the documents. And, Ripple just has a really long paragraph here talking about why they think they were treated unfairly. This is basically, talk about it like that. In the end, though, guys, we don't have all the information, so we cannot say if they were nor what exactly can happen tomorrow. But let me explain to you guys, right? By the way, you should be subscribed to the channel because we're going to live stream tomorrow the whole lawsuit ordeal, the whole hearing. It's going to be ridiculously important, as you guys most likely already know. But let me quickly explain to you guys why it's going to be so important. A easy way to put this down is, well, if some of the documents which the SEC has been hiding get thrown out there, and again, they are hiding them. I can't stress that fact enough. They are hiding them because they have them, but they don't want to give them over, which is logical from the perspective that it's a choice they can make. But then again, as an SEC and Securities and Exchange Commission, why would you ever want to hide any documents at all? I just don't really get that system in the United States where they can choose to hide stuff. Why would that be the case? Why would they ever have the option like that? Why would they be able to hide it? By the way, guys, let's quickly ask, do you think Ripple will win or lose this lawsuit? Let me know in the comment section down below. I personally think they will definitely win on the basis that XRP will be deemed not a security. I keep telling you guys about that, right? Not the security, but again, they will have to pay some fine, just like every other company out there, because the SEC wants to, in some way claim the win. We've already talked about this like 10,000 times. Now, if the SEC is hiding this stuff, it's most likely because Ripple can get something really value out of them. And if you look at exactly what Ripple asked for, they asked about the SEC's stance on Bitcoin, Ether, and XRP, their official memos regarding Bitcoin, Ether, and XRP, and the custodians' kind of vision or talks, whatever, about XP, Bitcoin, and Ethereum. So if in one of those documents it basically says, well, but we are not sure if XRP is a security or not, boom, that could clear back on the house of Chris Larson. That could be really nice. If one of those documents says, for example, Bitcoin is really relevant to, or really kind of similar to Ethereum, okay, that might really be used by Ripple in court. And that might, again, leave it so that the future XRP sales or any sale from the lawsuit on forward cannot really be determined a security anymore. Why? Well, if in some way, shape, or form, XRP at one point or another was similar to Bitcoin or Ether, well, the SEC side of things saying they're not similar is going to really not hold up anymore. And the biggest defense from the SEC side right now to say that XRP still is a security right to this day is mostly because they can claim it is really different from Bitcoin and Ether. And Ripple's trying to hammer saying, no, it's not, but they're really trying to keep that close. So if any of those documents actually, kind of regards Bitcoin, Ether, and XRP as the same, ooh, that could be really freaking big, guys. That could really be freaking big. Or another one could be in the way that they actually properly, quote unquote, regulated Bitcoin or Ether, that, a lot of those things that they used over there are of relevance. Or if they're going to talk about the crowd sale in some of those documents that Ethereum had in 2014, their crowdfunding basically, and they basically still talked about Ethereum being a security in the past, but not now anymore, but they didn't find it because, well, it's already been so many years ago, that could once more be used in Ripple's favor, and that exactly is what we're going to be hearing about tomorrow. So don't get me wrong, we are not going to get all those documents tomorrow. It could definitely be that tomorrow the judge is going to say, well, SEC, give up your documents, and the SEC is just going to decline it once more, because apparently in the legal system this is allowed. What we've seen now just earlier is that the SEC was ordered by the judge to give over their documents, and they didn't necessarily say no. They just said, well, we don't agree that you need all these documents because we interpret the judge's words differently. And that is now why a little bit less than a month later, again, the last hearing was the 6th, right now it's the 30th. A little bit less than a month later, they actually have another hearing because they want to discuss exactly what documents have to be given over now. And I personally think the judge is just going to say all the documents have to be given over. But regarding the MOUs, basically the talks of the SEC with foreign regulators, I'm not quite sure if they're illegal or not. I'm just going to be completely honest with you. I don't necessarily know, nor do I really know if for the partial settlement is going to be relevant. I just know that the SEC right now, as we just read, wants to hammer on the fact that Ripple makes the XRP price. And maybe within one of these pieces of information that they get from there, they're going to be able to verify that Ripple has a huge event huge influence on the XP price, and that might be a little bit more bearish, but we're going to see, all right? We're going to see. That's the information for right now regarding the lawsuit and what is happening. I had a couple other things open, but I guess we're just going to talk about that a little bit later today. Let's just quickly go over this one. Crypto Eddie posted on Twitter, people should have the right to know what the rules are before being charged with breaking them, which I agree with. That is a response to John Deaton, whom said, a friend of mine sent me this, so I thought I would share. They cite the Wall Street Journal article about SEC versus Ripple and two XP holders' motion to intervene. The more people and entities that become aware of this, SEC's wrongful actions, the better. And it's from fedsoc.org. We know what I can say about this one. It's, once more, that the way that the lawsuit is moving right now is just out. I can't even really imagine why they chose to go for it this way. I just have thought about it for so long, and I can't really grasp why. With that in mind, do I think something needs to change? Maybe. We're going to see if Gary Gensler comes in here and is actually going to make some proper rules for cryptos. I'm just really unsure why the SEC wants to hide exactly what determines Bitcoin and Ethereum as non-securities. Why would they want to hide that, and why are they right now so skeptical in the whole meet and confer debate and the whole discovery phase here with just giving over their thoughts? Because you would think that they want people to know them because that's the guidelines that we have in the United States, right? So I don't really get that too much, but again, we're going to hear about that really soon here. Tomorrow, or even today for me actually, is going to be the hearing. So live stream, I'll just plan it so you guys know exactly when we're going to start. The official event's going to happen at 4 p.m., so we might start at like 3 p.m. Amsterdam time. Not exactly sure just quite yet. Depends on how much time I have available that day as well. But it's tomorrow already, so of course we'll just stream a very good bit. Do not worry. It's going to be really freaking juicy, as you guys most likely already know. But yeah, guys, make sure you press the like button if you enjoyed this little update. I have more stuff, but we'll talk about that a little bit later today. And I'll see you guys again in another crypto update.